So I have been notified that there is new drama within the Final Fantasy XIV community, and actually Zenos has just reacted to it. So since I cover all drama within Final Fantasy XIV, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna react to it too and give my takes on it. Maybe you guys don't even know what the heck is going on. Don't worry, I got you. Okay, so the summary is basically Zenos reacted to a video. Let's watch the video together first. This is what started it all. Okay, it's this video right here, and Zenos reacted to it about 2 weeks ago. It's called 3-Stack Bullies Healer for Pulling Ahead in Dungeon. Okay, let's see how Zenos actually reacted to this video. Well, I've seen the original video, but I've never seen his reaction to it. You can see that he got this video originally from Reddit. All right.
For pulling an expert roulette. Jesus, man.
Ah, boy, here we go.
All right. So yeah, he's actually watching the original video, and that video is titled POV, You Matched with a 3-Stack in Expert Roulette.
/0/
A few minutes later.
If
Okay.
you want to take.
Normal. Someone says hi. Okay, just for background context, before I even like dive into like assumptions and all that stuff, let's just talk about what we know. The healer from this video uploaded this video onto their YouTube channel, and they're saying a 3-stack in expert roulette is bullying them. Okay, now this is the tank, and he now says if you want a tank, queue as a tank. And I'm guessing he's talking to the healer because the healer is going ahead and pulling ahead. And this is the healer. Mysterious girl, small PP energy detected. First off, that's probably not really the nicest thing to say. Small PP energy detected. That's already an insult. Straight away off the bat, an insult to this person. And he's doing like a sideways face like, man, well, you know, if you wanted to be the tank, you could have queued as a tank. There's nothing really wrong with this sentence. Whereas this one, I feel like there's already something wrong. He's already kind of being mean here.
Hey, detected.
He is right, thought.
He is right, though. It is very rude. I guess Emmy is sort of trying to agree with the tank, and that's why the healer thinks they're a 3-stack and they're against him. So yeah, Emmy is basically agreeing with Kentos here, saying, if you wanted to tank, why didn't you queue as a tank? It's not really known for sure that they're like friends, but I really do think that since the healer sees it as they're ganging up on him, that he just assumes that they're friends.
It's very rude.
Yeah, cause tanking is really hard.
So he's just saying, mysterious girl hears, yeah, because tanking is really hard. So basically saying tanking is very easy.
Just press demon slice. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I upset your boyfriend?
Why?
I mean, like, that's 3 sentences already in a row. And so Emmy begins to say, why are you being so toxic? Because he's making assumptions that that person is their boyfriend just because they sort of sided with them. Because obviously this person doesn't even know what kind of relationship these two people even have, or if they even know each other. For all we know, they could be strangers to each other.
He's so toxic.
Dang.
Says the one letting me die.
Why are you zooming ahead and pulling every...
Says the one who is letting me die. Wait, what? He's the healer. He can heal himself. He's probably the healer's probably killing himself. Emmy is actually the caster in the party. So the DPS caster. And Emmy is saying here, why are you zooming ahead and pulling everything? You are just being toxic for no reason and insulting everyone. What is the deal? Yeah, this to me just seems like the healer of this video is just being impatient. And I don't know, Emmy's sort of saying insulting everyone. That also just makes me feel like maybe they are all randoms and not exactly a 3-stack.
thing? You're just being...
Dude, why do so many why do so many people have an issue in fucking dungeons, man? I don't get it, man. Dungeons are not
Because sometimes people just have a terrible day and they want to take it out on other people on the internet. That's just how it is. Even if it's super petty, it's really funny to watch videos like this. Like, I'm on the same boat as Zenos. Like, we find this shit really, really funny. But like, you just have to understand that there's just people who just want to be mean on the internet for no reason.
Not that hard, bro.
Toxic for no reason and insulting everyone. What is the deal?
Because this is a joke of the dungeon. See?
Yeah.
If it's a joke of a dungeon, you don't even need to say anything. He's kind of insulting himself also. It's like, if it is a joke, why do you care so much to the point that you have to talk to these people like and be kind of toxic, you know?
He does not excuse bad manners.
Dude, I don't think it's bad manners, man. It's not bad manners to fucking pull wall to wall. That's how the dungeon is designed, man.
I agree with that. I know that like it's nice if they decide to pull wall to wall, but if they don't, what can you do? Just leave. If it's not to your liking, just leave, right? Okay, so Emmy's basically saying, what if this was someone's first time?
You need to stop being toxic for no reason. It was totally uncalled for and was just being mean.
Bro, this motherfucker literally is soloing the whole fucking dungeon. Dude, see, this is okay. This is the part where I don't understand, man. Okay, you have to understand that this is a game full of like all different types of players, okay? These dungeons, man, they're not fucking hard. They have made these dungeons to where you can pull wall to wall. Like the way the dungeons used to be like quite a bit different. The dungeons used to have like so much trash that you would like lock out the trash. They didn't have walls basically. Like you could literally pull from the start of the dungeon to the first boss. Like that's why I don't understand. These people that are acting this way, they don't actually understand that Square Enix has designed these dungeons from you to pull from like to wall. Because back in the day, it wasn't like that. They didn't have walls per se. If you want to take your time through a dungeon, like you want to go slower than how the dungeon is designed, then you need to fucking queue up with some fucking friends, man. But like right when you queue up with randoms, you have to go in with the mentality that you are going to do this shit as it's fucking designed and preferably as fast as possible. Now, you could say like, oh, well, you could make a counter argument, right? Like, okay, well, what if it's someone's first time or, you know, some shit like that? And going back to my first point, Square Enix has designed these dungeons to be pulled wall to wall.
Like it's gonna happen. You can say like, yeah, these dungeons are designed like this and, you know, be respectful for people's time. Like, yeah, majority of people know that. But you're still gonna have these very rare cases where someone just pulls so slow. If that's what happens to you, just leave the party because you're in a trap dungeon, basically. Don't waste your time. And just don't even waste your time being like talking to them and being toxic and stuff like that. They don't need to hear it. You don't need to waste your time and they don't need to hear it.
Nah, you know what? Fuck this. If anybody should be pissed, it should be this fucking healer. And you know why? Because this fucking idiot queued in on a fucking gunbreaker and not a fucking warrior. Why are you griefing the healer? If anybody's the griefer here, it's that fucking tank because he's not a fucking warrior. Or yeah, because he's not a fucking warrior. Now I'm mad and I'm not even in there.
Okay, so again, part of the summary is the healer showcases here to nominate Emmy for dismissal. The healer in this dungeon wants to kick out Emmy for being toxic.
A vote dismiss is a punishable act. I mean...
So for someone to be kicked, everyone in the party has to agree, right? That's what I'm guessing. So everyone agreed for Emmy to be kicked and Emmy was kicked. So that already shows, because remember when we go back to looking at the title of this video, it's like POV you matched with a 3-stack in expert roulette. How is that a 3-stack if they agreed to kick Emmy? That already debunks the healer's title of the video. So, okay, they all kicked Emmy. I think everyone was just sick of both the healer and Emmy fighting. So everyone was just like, yeah, let's just kick just for the hell of it. And it just happened to be Emmy because healer put up the vote.
Okay. Okay, that was pretty good.
No, it wasn't. Zenos, what? I mean, I don't want to be like, I'm not against Zenos. He has his take. His take is perfectly fine. He wants the dungeon to be smooth sailing. I agree. Everyone wants that. But the fact that this healer puts the video up, I don't know. It's just like, you can paint anyone in a bad light with like a video like this, because you could sort of only showcase what you want to showcase in the chat. So he's only showcasing certain things that Emmy and him said. And to be honest, I feel like the healer is no saint in the video either. The healer was the one actually being toxic at first, in my opinion, okay? The healer wanted to pull faster, and I would be on the same boat, just like what Zenos was saying. But he was toxic first. He could have just left. Okay, so that was the first video. Zenos reacted to it. He was on the side of the healer. I'm not on the side of the healer. Screw that guy. Like, I'm on no one's side. I'm the neutral side. Like, I'm just saying it for what it is. I think like it was wrong of the healer to put up this video and laugh about like just some random getting kicked. And it was wrong of the healer to be toxic first. If he just had a problem, he could have just left. But instead, he's being petty by making a video like this. I guess he thought it would get views. I do think Zenos reacting to it probably gives it the views. Whereas if he never reacted to it, I don't think it would have gotten as much views. So basically, because Zenos was like, yeah, the healer should be mad, blah, 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 but was on the side of the healer, what happened was, let me pull up the link here. Uh-oh, my Reddit is in white mode. I apologize because I'm not logged into my actual Reddit account on the browser. So of course it's going to be in white. But okay, so after he was on the side of the healer, someone who actually knows the healer decided to post in Zenos's Reddit and basically say, hey, Zenos, this is actually the lore about that one scholar who was bullied, quote unquote, in that video that you just watched. Let's just read what he says here. I don't post much on Reddit, but I had several people send me the latest video, 3-stack bullies healer. Obviously I wasn't there, so I don't know the full story, but I can definitely say that scholar is the biggest raging idiot asshole who absolutely antagonizes people and has tantrums when he doesn't get his way. And we should always take edited videos with a grain of salt. Hey, that's what I was saying. Like, what was the purpose of him making that video with only like showcasing certain parts that make, well, they're definitely trying to make Emmy look bad, right? That was the goal. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what he did to our top static leading up to this and the very interesting things he said about me and the other girl, because it would just bloat the post. But if you are curious, let me know. Basically, he's a really bad toxic player and caused our top static to disband on day 2 of the fight's release because of his repeated tantrums. Day 1, he is struggling with the loop, requests we change the strat. The static votes against it. So I think this clip is like way too short. Let's see what else this post says. Day 2, he still can't figure out Looper and gets upset. We don't want to do his strat. I don't know. I'm not the best player, but at least I can do Looper. No one else in the static was a problem either, so don't bother them. TLDR, dumb scholar who couldn't figure out how to do Looper in top as a non-flexing healer thinks he's hot shit for making fun of people in dungeons. And I just think it's funny. Hey, fair enough. Like, the healer did make fun of some random in the dungeon, you know, because we just watched the video. You know what, guys? I decided we're not going to watch the whole video together because I have already seen it and you guys can watch it if you want to watch it. But basically, summary, if you don't want to even watch it also yourself, I think it's a great video to watch if you know anything about top and Snake Prio. But he's the healer. So basically, their strat that someone in the static had decided to do on day 2, by the way, was actually the strat that people still do to this very day in Party Finder, which is cool that they were already doing the right thing. And basically the healer was like, no, I don't want to do Snake Prio, which is weird because he doesn't have to flex at all, because healers don't flex in Snake Prio in Looper for top. One of the healers is always on group 1 and the other healer is always in group 2. I don't really know specifically who was dying. You know, I'm not part of the static, but let's say the healer was sometimes dying and other people were sometimes dying, and he was sort of saying like, let's try to avoid this situation by changing the strat because it seems too hard, rather than like understanding that, you know what, this is prog, like, and this is not the easiest first mechanic of an ultimate ever. Looper till this day is still a pain in the ass. And I think like coming into this ultimate and just sort of trying to compare it to previous ultimates, I think people just didn't really know that this was going to be just the problem no matter what. Like as soon as you switch off your brain, like anyone could fuck up Looper. And because this is prog day 2, they're still just getting comfortable with Snake Prio. So naturally there are going to be people who screw it up. So it is wild to me that the Scholar is trying to change the strat already when they haven't even given it enough runs. He's interfering with the raid time, which honestly, like, I'm sure this was planned before raid time that they were going to do Snake Prio and try it out. Basically, he's just trying to change the strat, which, you know what he could have done? He could have suggested his idea after the raid was done for the next raid time, instead of just bringing it up then and there and just like people are going to talk about it for like the next 30 minutes. And you can already see people were getting agitated in the static. They're like, hey, if we keep talking about this, I'm just gonna leave. It sounded like all of them didn't really know each other. The fact that I could just hear people saying, you know what, if this doesn't work out, I'm just gonna do it in PF anyways. I did DSR in PF, so this won't be a problem. Like you could just hear like these comments from like different people in the static flying like, you know what, they're totally down to like just break up this static. So I think a bunch of them just didn't even know each other, and this guy, the Scholar, is being a pain in the ass and just wasting everyone's time. So what happened was basically this whole static got disbanded. And that's really, really unfortunate, because what I'm saying is basically it's such a shame, because this group might have worked out great as an 8-man static if the Scholar wasn't in it. Like, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, maybe if the Scholar was someone completely different, they would have cleared top together. But because this was day 2 and someone was creating problems out of like the first mechanic and was like trying to change it up already without giving this strat a chance, it's just a bad way to start an ultimate as an 8-man static on day 2. Like, you're already giving off bad vibes, bad energy. Maybe there were other problems, I don't know, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was just because of this reason only the static actually disbanded, because they're just like, you know what, screw this, I'd rather just like not even have to deal with any bad juju anymore. And something else I wanted to point out that I also heard in the video is that when he tried talking and the girl was like, she slid in like a couple of words in there, and he just got really angry. He was just like, why can't you just let me talk for a while? And it's like, whoa, chill out, dude. Like, I would say that the girls handled themselves really well. They knew exactly what they were talking about. I couldn't explain myself that well. I would probably get mad, first of all, if someone was wasting our time like that. So, you know, kudos to all the people in the static for not raging back at the healer. The healer was the one who lost his cool. And like I said, he could have just explained all these things after the raid. People were still just learning it. Also, let's talk about this screenshot that I have here. Someone sent this to me, and I think it's basically from their Discord. And the raid lead basically makes a post saying, blah, blah, blah. Reminder, we concluded last night to keep things simple and just go back to original party split in terms of damage. Just talking about raid stuff, basically, the raid leader here. And the Scholar goes, the F you mean we? Like, he comes off so angry all the time. Like, okay, don't get me wrong, we all swear, we all say the F word, but like the context here of him using the F word is so angry. Like, the fuck you mean we? Like, who hurt you? Who hurt you, dude? Why are you so angry? And then you see someone reply with like a gif here. Honestly, even just seeing this screenshot of them just getting angry like that, I wouldn't want someone in my static talking like that either. So yeah, I think this proves, based on the Reddit post saying, hey, Zenos, you sided with the scholar, FYI, he's actually toxic. We have all the receipts here. We got Discord screenshots. We have video footage of the top of him trying to change a strat, and the whole party basically saying, yeah, we don't really want to change it to that. Majority rules. So definitely a wrong there from him. Definitely a wrong here in this screenshot from him. And when I look at the video that he posted on his YouTube channel about the 3-stack bullying him, no, they weren't bullying him. The other 2 people didn't even say shit. It was only Emmy who said something, and the fact that Emmy got kicked means they weren't a 3-stack, okay? So we already proved him wrong there too. And he was the first to be toxic. So that's basically the summary and my thoughts on the situation. I just think this dude needs to chill out. Also, guess what? I dove into his videos and he actually did clear top. On his YouTube channel, he has like a bunch of VODs and he actually did clear top. And guess what? He used snake prio. So I'm pretty sure this is just old freaking drama from a long time ago. He's probably learned, yeah, you know what? I was wrong. Snake prio's actually good. I used it in my clear. Also, healer, if you see this video, please don't get mad at me. I'm just like, you know, I just don't want no drama. I never want drama, but I'll cover the drama and I'll give my thoughts on the drama, but like, please, no hate to me, please. All right, that's my take. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As you guys know, I do have a flight this weekend and I'm leaving the country, so I just wanted to cover this really quickly. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. Have a great rest of your week.